How are we going, everyone? I'm out here in my garden because the sun's beautiful. It's out there shining, burning the hell out of me. I wish it would rain in the mornings. A bit of cloud cover after for a couple of hours to let it dry out and then the sun to come out. How's that for an idea for our weather, eh? We seem to have everything going on at the moment. So at the moment it's nice and sunny for the rest of the week, as we all know, and we're going to enjoy and lap that up and take advantage of our gardening. So today, I've been talking about tomatoes a lot because it's obviously the season for it. And I've shown you in the past on how I like to tie them up with the string. Some people like using the garden stake, propping it up. Others like to allow them to ramble along the ground. Now, over here, I've already tied these ones up with a bit of string as I've done in the past. But in the past, even earlier in my life, we used to go and visit a lot of people in their garden homes, and I used to see these wonderful little contraptions that they created, and that was a tomato frame or tomato stake, I suppose, or peg, if you like to call it that, to help them train 2 or 3 leaders. What you see here is one single string tied to the base of the trunk. Now that's good, you can do it that way as well if you like. Thing is, you've got to make sure you loosen the base of it, because as the tomato plant grows bigger and stronger, that string at the base there will start to ring bark or choke the trunk of the tomato plant. I'm using a soft tie, and that's the best way to do it. Don't use any twine or jute string, things like that are quite harsh and abrasive. But again, you need to loosen this to make sure it doesn't cut into the trunk. And what I don't like doing is triple handling the plant continuously around the base, then wobbling it around. So this is the string that's hanging down there. Now I want to have 3 runners or 3 leaders going up there. This one is starting to show new growth on top. That one there as well, we've got suckers coming up. As you know, we've spoken about how they grow shoots from the sides from every leaf point. You can keep 3, you can keep 5, you can keep them all if you like, or just keep 1 if you like. I do 3, sometimes 4 or 5, depending on the vigor on the plant, and if it's really good, I'll have at least 5 growing on the plant. Now, what we've created are these little tomato pegs, folks. Now, this is what we're going to use, or I'm going to use to actually train my tomatoes using the twine that I have here, the soft tie. And what I mean by that is I can actually put 1, 2, 3 strings on this, peg it into the ground, so that way I'm not actually connecting the string to the base of the tomato plant, not tying it around the trunk of itself, and then having to worry about it later in the season to loosen it up. Great little nifty unit, but keep in mind what I've got here at the moment are my pots, which need to be backfilled. Now this would normally sit right next to the tomato itself, the stem of the tomato plant, but because I haven't backfilled these yet, I'm not going to insert it down there yet. The idea is, as I fill this up and I get the soil up to the top of the pot, or nearabouts to the top of the pot, I'm going to then peg it in there. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'll show you how I like to do it. So you get your strings, you got 1 up there, get your length right, and simply, well, you can do it a couple of ways actually. This one here, just tie a little loop at the base of it, like that, and then feed it through around as I have there, and you peg it down into the ground. You do that 1, and in the middle you just tie it to it basically. So that's 1, and now I'm going to do a second one. Measure the length of string you need. In this case I need 2 more. And the soft tie is the best way because it's really soft, it's not abrasive, it won't cut into the outer skin of the plants, it won't cause any ring barking or things like that. So we tie these up here first, and don't tie a knot on it, tie it in a way that you can loosen it, like a shoelace basically, but it's only a single knot like that there, see? And do it again there. And why we do it like that is because through the growing season, or course through its growing stages, the string itself will go a little bit loose and limp, and you want to be able to tighten it up and keep it a little bit more tight than usual. Well, tight so you can keep the plant upright, otherwise it'll just drag it back down again. So there's 1, there's 2, we'll take this out. This one again, just feed it through. This one you don't have to loosen up, so you can just tie it properly. And a single knot like that will suffice, you don't have to do a double knot, so you can easily loosen it. And again here, we'll do a little loop at the end, just like that, and then feed it onto this part here as well, and then use just 3 ties. Have a look at that. Now let's stake it in here for the sake of the demonstration. We'll pop it in there like that. It's in the ground, beautiful. Now up the top, see how close they are? This is the beautiful thing about it. You can spread it out. You need a frame on top, obviously. You can do wires if you like I have here, or you can build a square frame and run wires across from one side to the other and, you know, create the line as I've got here. And then as the plant starts to grow, you simply wind it around. You can lap it around like that, or you can use some of our plant ties that we have. We've got clips and little rubber ties that are easily attached to the plant and the actual string itself, so you're not sitting there twisting it around if you don't like doing it that way. So these are a great little contraption. Again, you don't need them. If you don't want to go this way, you can just simply tie it to the base, but make sure you look at the string as the plant starts to thicken up, that it's not cutting into the base of the stem there. Otherwise, before you realise, you might find yourself with a limp plant on a hot day because there's not enough sap flow coming through the plant. These will be made available on our website, folks. We only just started making them. If you've got some interest in it, there'll be a little link there to the product page where you can just send us a little email telling us that you'd like to get some of these. A few more days from the day you've seen this, so they should be released. Then everybody can tie their plants up nice and neatly, and guess what? They're galvanised. You're going to use them year after year, and it's not just for tomatoes. You can use your cucumbers the same way, and any other vine that you grow that you want to train professionally up a framework on top of a bit of string or wire as I have there. VasilisGarden.com, everything you need every day, discounted. We've still got a coupon code running there. That's 20 off everything online. So it's a big, oh, look at that spider. A bigger discount doing its job. It's a predator. Sorry, got excited there. Leave these little critters alone because they do a good job. Catch all the little flies and, you know, white flies and things like that, and that's a feed for them and protects our plants at the same time. Go to our website, VasilisGarden.com, for everything you need every day. From me, Vasili, Maresi.